Let it scroll, let it scroll, let it scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, it's a bit of a interesting situation because I can I have all levels in my Doom project, which sometimes when I return to them and fix stuff, I'm what the fuck was I thinking there when I made that kind of crap? And that reminds me that I also make really stupid things because sometimes I just don't know better. But it's moments like this when I genuinely just want to get into the guy's head and know what was he thinking when he made this fire scrolling. Like, what was his justification for making the fire scrolling in this area? How was he looking at it that he saw it as a fine choice, a fine design choice? Again, I'm not implying that he was like a complete idiot because he just inexperienced. I think I'm not condescending or offensive if I'm just stating the obvious that he started making this very, very inexperienced, as we all are at one point in our lives. So yeah, but it would be interesting. I don't know. I tried to actually I thought about inviting like him for creator commentary, but then I remembered that during my whole life I only like 3 or 2 times talked to actual English speaking people, and I feel incredibly intimidated when I'm trying to speak English to a person who is native English. Native language is English. So that would have been pretty awkward. But it would, I don't know. I told him that. I didn't like tell it, hey, how about guest in my let's play, but I said that I considered it, but I decided against it. Actually, to be completely honest, in a bit of a hope that he would say, don't worry about it, let's do it. So that I wouldn't have to invite him, but he would suggest it. But of course he didn't reply to that, so yeah. I may outright invite him sometime, because I mean before we hit the good levels, which are supposedly somewhere in the future, so that I have an opportunity to ask some of my questions. Okay.
It looks like the bridge ahead has collapsed. You've got to find a way to that capital marine. Maybe the device was brought there.
The general, or whatever he is, major, yes. If only I looked at the indication, I would see that it's Major, I think Riley. Basically he said that, whoa, there is no bridge, you'll have to find another way. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Major obvious.
Yes, major malfunction, I don't know. I don't remember actually what was needed of me here. I think just one of the ways around in the river. I think this one is going to teleport me. Sooner or later. Yes, okay. And this castle, because it's so bright, the fake contrast, you know, how the 90-degree walls are lighter and darker in Doom.
Yeah, I remember you telling me something about that.
Well, you could see it with your own eyes anytime you play in software mode, but when it's bright like this, the effect is lost, and it is a big help usually in making the scene seem not as flat and more 3D. So yeah, maybe this whole place, especially considering that it's supposed to be overcast and raining, this whole place could be used to be a lot darker, and also to be complete. I know the fog, it could be like when it's raining, the effect is the same, that the visibility is obscured in the distance. So I guess the fog here is kind of working like that, but I suppose if you're doing, you don't need that in Doom even if you're doing rain. So either you do everything dark and raining and no fog, if this fog conflicts with darkness, I mean, or you should do bright and fog and no rain. So basically, don't do this. But then again, of course, if I was like 10 years younger right now, I would love this thing. Anyway, I think I have to go here. Yep. Also, this transition to another color of the rocks, I don't know if there's any reason for it, because I cannot take this texture seriously as a rock face, as I already said, so I can't like try to imagine what it's supposed to portray here. Vertically, if this was a, I mean, no, horizontally, if this was like a horizontal divide, it would mean like different layers of earth, and it would make sense. Also, that's probably a secret. But like this doesn't really make sense, this whole texture scheme. Okay, let's I have a lot of shells. Of course, I could just showcase how amazing at Doom I am, but I think it's more important to not be completely boring. Let's test. Yes, this is a secret, and I think that I didn't actually see this secret last time I was playing, aka the first time. And we got.
Why does there is a message "fuck me sideways" every time you find a secret?
You can edit your secret messages instead of a secret is revealed in some text file in Doom. And I just one time I just decided to edit and that, and I liked it, so it's now.
So it's not the map's creator.
No, it's me.
doing.
Yeah, it's me. It's been like that for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes me laugh. So okay. Also, there is like a ceiling there, but it's completely flat because the ceiling, the sector ceiling texture of cave, I'm good English at, and the ceiling that is the sky are the same level. Bad, but I don't care. Okay, switch. You hear a door open in the distance. This door is hella loud, apparently. Also, how is this going to help? I remember. We are not ever going to cross the bridge, I think. We are going in through some tunnels. So, let's see, where was... Yes, there's the entrance to some tunnels. Here. I think it's the level end. Maybe something. I can't see anything. My window is really small on my screen. Oh, whoa, what? Imps. I mean, I hear imps, so... just so you know why I'm panicking suddenly. Okay. Aha!
Yeah, it's so dark you cannot hear anything. Yeah, I got that.
I cannot see, you cannot hear, because we are too lazy to figure out how to make it so you can hear the game sounds. But yeah, there is a fake wall here with nothing inside, I think. I guess just for an ambush with the imps. Where is the zombie? Where is he? I can't see. Also... Okay. Next time I'm just going to lower my overall screen resolution before doing this, so the 640 by 4 whatever 80 my resolution is, the window is larger. Yep. Yeah, I was going to say that sometimes I just kind of it looks like my guy, you know, is this face is making this face, and I'm afraid that I accidentally pressed invulnerability, but his eyes are animated, and I don't know, that fools me all the time. Okay, where I was going, exit. Okay. Also, the exit sign doesn't have any lamps on it, but it illuminates the ceiling. This kind of stuff can be fixed even in like Boom, not to mention Doom, which has all the Boom features. So another thing, I'm not mocking honestly, even if it sounds like I am. I'm not trying to mock, I'm just trying to point out everything that I can see, so the author can extract some, I don't know, lesson in case he doesn't see all the faults of his WOD. I know he's been a good sport about this, so he didn't react like, screw you all, my WOD is amazing, you're all wrong. He's just like, okay, I guess, okay, I guess it's not as great as I presented it to be. And well, so it feels like he is willing to listen to critique and learn. So he's a good guy like that, and I am going to be very arrogant and say that I, as a masterful mapper, can help him improve. Also, this is pointless, because I don't know, I guess, by the way, this is, yeah, Sir Henry's dungeon, so it's a prison, so I guess these are protecting the torches so no one can steal the torches or something, I don't know.
No, torches are the prisoners.
Yeah, of course, obviously, why didn't I think of that? Yes, the dungeon, well, Sir Henry is completely insane because of the demon invasion, which is understandable. I guess we can all sympathize with Sir Henry here, and well, maybe he started seeing the torches as people, well, really thin and small people, so he just imprisoned them in his really thin and small cells that he didn't know how to use before, but now, how convenient, now there are all these really thin and small people standing around, and they're all horrible criminals, coincidentally. Okay, so this was the map that I stopped playing at because I got lazy and I was completely destroyed by some Hell Knights. And I was in the mood, I didn't really want to play by myself anymore because I thought that, you know, all the time I'm walking, there are all these remarks that I want to make, but there's no one to make them to. And if I'm making a let's play, at least the author can watch it and hear all I have to say. And maybe some other people. And you, Hypocat, because I'm dragging you along on this ride. But here are the actual cells. Also, chain gunners are completely brutalizing me.
That's what they do usually.
Yep. I love how they are introduced in Doom 2 because they're in a completely like open space mixed with other enemies. If you remember in map 3, the gauntlet, that area with the blue doors.
Remember.
Most people don't see them first time, and they kill them and they don't even see who's killing them so fast. I actually managed to find a blind let's play of Doom 2 recently.
Is this even possible?
Yes, it is possible, and the guy was pretty cool about everything. I don't remember. His name was Bruce. I don't remember his username. Oh shit! And he was calling everyone beasties, and in fighting was of course beastie fight, and stuff like that. And it was pretty fun to see his reactions because he wasn't like really paying attention to how horrible the Doom 2 levels are in terms of aesthetics. He was just having fun playing and having a pretty challenging time because he was playing the console version. The recent BFG edition, I don't think you heard of it because I don't think you pay attention to this sort of news anymore, or ever.
Well, it's like Doom 3, like re-released or something.
Yeah, I think it's Doom 3 released with maybe more. You know, the original console version, the Xbox version of Doom 3 was completely, well, not completely, but a little bit modified to fit on the console, like shorter levels and stuff like that. And I think BFG edition supposed to be like the actual completely faithful port, or maybe there already was a faithful port, I'm not very sure. So anyways, it's a faithful port. There is like, I think there are maybe bonus levels or a little bit of that, and Doom 2, at least Doom 2, maybe Doom 1 also is included there. So yeah, he was playing that. Okay, now where did I? Yes, okay. Chain gunners in dark areas far ahead of you in corridors, and you have 16 health. This is not the best situation to be. I'm going to be bold and stupid and just run, and it actually worked better. Okay. Oh, let's kill all this. When my last lesson, when the Hell Knights killed me, they were in cages, so I just completely didn't bother trying to kill them, just wasting ammo. So yeah, and then it was difficult to navigate around. So I'm going to learn that lesson. I'm going to kill everyone before they can kill me. Okay. There is a lot of the layout of this level is interesting because I don't really remember, but I think there is like a big optional area when you go outside and there's like a little river and a little field, and unless there is the blue key in there, which I don't really remember, it's completely like optional. It's interesting. Like, this is the sort of stuff that you do when you're new to mapping, and then you just you are hit with this revelation that you're spending effort on areas that some people are not going to see, and that is unacceptable. Then you make everything mandatory, every part of your level. So that's not stuff you'll see quite as much in like actual modern games and in levels made by very experienced mappers. Okay, I'm getting completely... At this point there is some non-linearity introduced, I think, a little bit of it. So there's an area that's optional. I think this may be the area that's optional, but we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. What I really want is some health, and I also remember having troubles with health last time, even though I was fully concentrating on playing. So I guess. Oh, also missing tiles. Hey. I don't know why. Is his blood so corrosive that he destroyed some bricks, or was he hung above the place that had no bricks so that his blood could drain into the ground or something like that? There is no reason for this, but it's in any case a curious little element. Also, this is a cool place. You can press the switch, a door opens, people walk out and are immediately crushed. I don't think you can ever go in there and collect ammo or anything that drops, so it's completely useless. Okay, let's see. Ah, yes, this crappity crap. Now I can get back until I complete this little maze here. Okay, this is going to be tense and frightful. You're going to say something, Hypocrite, because you've been quiet for the longest time.
Something.
This joke
Yeah,
is
sorry,
tired.
I'm probably not much help in terms of LP in this. I was kinda afraid this would happen, but it's too late to stop now.
Yeah, we literally cannot press the stop button right now because a mystical force is holding us or something like that. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. Just when you're like looking at this enthralled by the excitement that's happening on the screen, don't forget to sometimes say what you think, if you think anything. Of course.
Well, I don't really think
anything.
anything. Yeah,
I knew you were
I
going to
don't usually do that Android, so
It's not your
Well,
style.
yeah.
Yeah.
There isn't much to say. The map looks alright to me. It doesn't hurt
Really
my
now?
eyes too much.
Well,
so-
of course, because you can't really see anything in this sort of lighting situation. So of course it's not going to hurt your eyes. Oh yeah, this Hell Knight, this is a complete jerk because there's nothing there. We only have to kill him now because otherwise he's going to be a nuisance. I don't think there's anything in here. Let me hump the walls for a little bit. Yep, nothing. Unless I'm supposed
He
to shoot.
was protecting that super valuable golden candle holder thing.
Yes, of course. I think actually, you know what? This is a sort of I don't know, approach to design that I like, and before anyone says anything, let me elaborate here. Yeah, I always like, most important thing in games for me is like immersion, atmosphere and stuff like that. And when games are designed, like when in Skyrim, whoa, someone's eating me while I'm trying to philosophize. Whoa, there's demon behind me the whole time. In Skyrim, when you can go into any dungeon without any worry, because you know that in every freaking dungeon ever, at the very end there is a shortcut to the very beginning, and no matter how deep you go, you never have to worry about climbing back all that way. And so anytime you jump into a deep pit, you don't even think twice about it. So that kind of thing makes it very artificial and really hurts the immersion. But the sort of design that people who make commercial games are really twitching at the mention of this sort of design. When you make like a bit of a stretch with nothing happening, or like that Hell Knight, it's just, well, tough luck, you went into a wrong way and there's a bit of a danger there, but there is no compensation in form of some conveniently placed pickup there. Really, to me that helps overall for everything to feel like more natural and less artificial, less like I'm thinking of it less as a level designed by someone and more as a real place that I have to navigate. Like when I was a kid in Half-Life, I was playing Half-Life 1, I was genuinely very upset because I really wanted to get to the surface of back when, before like any objectives were put on me, when my objective was to get to the surface and warn someone or just escape, you know, the very first part of Half-Life 1. And I really, whenever I started the game, I really got into the protagonist's shoes in the way that I was by now I think I would be, if I played it now, I would sick and tired of all the offices and catacombs and whatever it was in Half-Life before anything happens. But back then I didn't really think of it like that. I thought that this is a really unfortunate situation, it's very tense, I really want to get out to the surface, but it's hard and it's challenging. and that was the sort of thing that made games more immersive back in the day. Like Doom or like any hard game, I wasn't thinking like, oh, what were the designers thinking, make it so hard for me, this is unbalanced, this is like a bad difficulty curve. I hate that phrase, by the way, the difficulty curve, because it just stinks of this sort of thing that I don't like in game design. Well, of course it's reasonable to have a little bit of difficulty curve, but you also have to have a little bump here and there, so it's not like just a completely controlled ride for you. And where was I going? Yeah, so when some part of the game was difficult when I was a kid, I was perceiving it as, well, tough luck for me, I guess I'll just have to endure, instead of I'm rage quitting and I'm not going to play this game because the level design is terrible. You know, Crusaders of Might and Magic.
Do people actually do that?
A lot of people do that. Oh yeah. Wait.
It seems this poor fellow tried to escape the torture chambers, huh? Well, at least you should be able to open some more doors in the dungeon now.
Basically he says that this guy was escaping, but he didn't make it, and at least, well, I can get his key now. So yeah, I was, first of all, let me assure you that like 99% of people nowadays, like a couple things they don't like in a game, uninstall, no interest in beating it, no interest in prevailing like challenges. And in case someone wants to rebuke and say that, oh, I'm not like that, you are the minority, guy, and you also, and there is not more than two of you, I'm sure. So yeah, many people do that. And I was also going to say that Crusaders of Might and Magic, a game that I considered briefly let's playing sometime in the past, when I was actually thinking that I would LP a lot of stuff also. A little bit of... did you notice there were rats running around down there?
Yeah, I've noticed that at the very beginning of the level, but I thought I was seeing things.
They squeak really loud. It's scary. Like I go here and it's like, and then
Oh, that's fortunately that I don't have any sound.
Yeah, it's fortunately. It's very fortunately.
Oh, shut up, Antroid. I've already told you that I've forgotten all of the English.
Okay. Wow, he climbed on the table. Real party man. Okay, anyway. So turns out that whole place wasn't optional after all. I got the blue key there. Oh well. Something else was optional then, because I distinctly remember having an optional path around here somewhere. Anyway, Crusaders of Might and Magic. Along such games as Blade of Darkness, the next Might and Magics, and maybe, I don't know, Rune or Turk 3, a game that I briefly considered let's playing, or more or less briefly in cases of some other games, just to showcase. It's objectively it's a really terrible game, because I don't know, did I show it to you at any point? Crusaders of Might and Magic, ring any bells?
Maybe. Was there an Amazon character or something?
No, that's Blade of Darkness.
Oh,
Crusaders of Might and Magic, you just play as this one dude who is, by the way, voiced by Batman from the Batman cartoons. And what was I going to say? Yeah, it's really bad objectively. There is a segment in there called the Catacombs, which is like a connection between two halves of the game world, and you have to cross it 3 times, I think, or 4 times all the way through. And it's really long, and it's just basically a tunnel that is sometimes wider and sometimes not very wide. And in the middle of the tunnel is a gigantic place with a jumping puzzle, and jumping works really badly in that game. So that's like the worst possible design decision in a game, period. But because I played it as a kid, I like the place, I like the area, because it just it feels like, you know, like the character that I'm playing as, effectively me personally, I'm having like difficulties, and I have frustrating like obstacles to overcome, and it makes everything just feel more realistic. And I know that not many people will defend such an approach, but if I was ever to make games without worrying of their commercial success, I would make all my games like that. I would have like random parts that where nothing happens, or random parts where everything's suddenly harder, of course reasonable, but harder, and stuff like that. Okay, there's a red key, which I didn't actually remember about. Okay, all these cells. Interesting, why do the cells have these double doors? I wonder, maybe it's an airlock. I think we just discovered some horrible truth about something. Why are there airlocks in this dungeon?
Well, double doors are obviously twice as better as a single door in keeping the prisoners inside their cells.
Yeah, I guess that's logical also. Oh yeah, and I guess you noticed the Hell Knights here, down here, in cages. These are the guys that completely destroyed me last time. I'm going to try again to avoid killing them. Maybe aggro some other guys with them a little bit. I don't remember if there's anything useful here. I should have been using a chain gun. Okay, yes, I'm here. I'm not going to bother trying to aggro people that I can see between each other, so I'm just going to run in here with a chain gun and hope that I hit someone before they hit me. Or maybe just, yeah, okay, whatever. So yeah, I don't know if this place, maybe this place is finally optional. But you know, I like this is not like a linear corridor path through a level that is disguised as like a dungeon, like many games nowadays would do. It's the layout, it has the cells, it has like some torture chambers, and I'm not sure it applies to this map in particular, but when you're doing stuff like this, it wouldn't hurt. Of course it's extra effort, so some would say it's unreasonable, but it would never hurt the quality of the level to just make a lot of areas that could exist in this place but are completely useless to the players. So that's, you know, exploration and stuff like that. It's all good. It's all a matter of balancing between effort, whatever effort you want to spend, and whatever. Basically, I am a perfectionist, and that is bad because I never finish anything, because I'm constantly working, improving everything. But I think that, well, of course, if you're working for on a commercial game, it doesn't really apply. But if you're working just for, you know, expressing your creative ideas, you should try and make not be lazy about the stuff you make, because I think it's better to make one thing but it's absolutely amazing, it's the work of your life or work of your whoa, I didn't see this place before, so this is completely new work of a couple of years of your life, but it's good on its own, and it can stand like passage of time, and people can look at it and say that yeah, that guy made it, it's cool, it's an achievement. And what was where was I going with it? Yeah, because if well, Flash Zombie says, I'm going to quote him, he's my friend, for those who don't know, he's my friend who legitimately actually works in like level design, so he has practical advice which I really often don't agree with, because I have no experience in that, and when I'm doing levels, I'm always only doing that because I want to express some idea or other. So I'm not just, and he says basically that the mapper should be measured by the amount of levels that he finished and released, and that makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because unless you release all your levels, single levels, well, first of all, it's faster and easier to make single levels, and when you release them you get feedback and you learn from your mistakes that you might not even see when you're working on something alone for a long time. But
well, I'm not sure about that, because I might be just completely imagining that, but I think a guy sent me a map and like told me like play it, and I played it and it was super shit. And the next day or something he tells me, oh, I made a new map and go try it.
I
and
remember
guess
that.
what?
I remember you telling me about that. He was pestering you with like requests, and they were all crap, and you said, yeah, make something better, and he sent you crap again, if I remember.
Yeah,
I
like
remember that guy. Not that guy, I remember you talking about that. Also, let's be intelligent about this and let's provoke them, aggro them, and freaking hell. And run away without falling into the lava. So yeah, on the point that I was trying to make here, that is, I guess that's a conflict of ideologies or something, because of course you want to acquire skill to make good levels, but really I never want to like waste any creative effort or any effort whatsoever on making levels that are just practice. So, and when I was talking about having a single level to your name, but it's like the best level ever, and everyone remembers it, the alternate situation when you have a lot of just good levels, that's okay, and you are like every other freaking mapper out there. Unless all those good levels are completely original and memorable, which they won't be because you're just making them for practice, no one's going to remember you at the end of the day for those levels. No one's going to remember them, and that's kind of just pointless to make them in that case. I guess you can say that the first you do the practice and acquire skill and experience, and then you either go work like that and get stuck never doing anything for fun, or you use your experience to do things for yourself and make those great amazing levels. But I don't think anyone has enough time in their lives to do both of those things, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass because I'm completely inexperienced in all this. What is your opinion, Hippocat?
Sky is blue, yes.
I cannot argue with that. Actually, it's kind of gray. Also, I don't know who and why someone would build a place like that in their dungeon. Even if
Well, make prisoners walk that thin path and laugh maniacally as they fall into lava.
I guess if the guy was insane enough for that, it could work. I can see that. He does have like torture chambers with crushers and stuff like that, so maybe this was another sick joke of his. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's the same logic as all the, like, in every game there's a temple with the traps and puzzles that you can completely solve, and the kid can solve because the games are for kids, like Zelda, and they are protecting some very powerful artifact that whoever built obviously didn't want you to have, but you can easily overcome them all. So this could be like a defensive measure here, because so complete idiots like I was for like about, I don't know, 17 times before I passed this, who fall into the lava, they are filtered out basically. But I, with the power of game save and game load, I am of course worthy of whatever treasure lies ahead. I don't think there's any treasure ahead. I don't know why we're going. Oh yeah, okay, new there was new territory, but now it's completely new because it's a new level that I haven't seen. And it is called is it called? Yes, Sir Henry's Castle. How long are we recording? Do you know?
Well, I can tell you maybe, or maybe not. I'm not sure where to look in Skype, but probably like an hour and a half, maybe.
I am debating like stopping the episode here because I'm not sure how much space I have left, to be completely fair, because I didn't have much when we started this, and this is completely new, so it's a good place to, like, there's a how do you say it, a significant like
milestone or something.
Yes, you are. I don't know what I would have done without you, Packet. It's a good milestone. It's a good like place to stop because it's milestone between stuff that I more or less saw and stuff that I completely didn't see. Also, whatever this is, what is this?
Probably web or something.
Ah, yeah, I didn't think of a web actually. That's kind of embarrassing. I was alternating between vines and cracks on glass, but obviously this isn't cracks on glass. Yeah, I guess it's a web. Yeah, I can see now the shape. Yeah, why didn't I think? Maybe it's because the web is too thick. Well, I was going to point out that it's not consistent from other sites. But to do that you'd have to have two textures, that one is flipped version of another. But then again, in Doom you can make a texture from another texture by flipping it or resizing it, and you don't have to have that halfway redundant graphic patch bloating up the size of your WOD. You can just say this texture is like that but flipped, and he's going to generate it's going to generate it as the game starts. So yeah, well, there are tricks in Doom that I'm still finding out about, so I cannot really blame the author for not knowing about everything. Also, this web has blue pixels on it, but I guess that's just nitpicking, especially in Doom, because everything has some off-color pixels in Doom. In Doom, I mean. Sorry. Okay, so we established that this is a good place to stop, and I am going to make a different save. I'm going to use save ADS2. What do you think is in the thumbnail of this save, by the way?
Well, I'm not quite sure. It says map 29, so it's probably map 29.
Of course, it's my amazing map for amazing project on Doom World. Yeah, I made that map. It's like the last one of 3 that I ever released in public, actually. So yeah, that was that. I was testing. That map I finished the layout and thing placement half a year ago. I think maybe it was in autumn, and I was testing it to see that I have enough ammo, and I got so sick of playing it, especially the very beginning part before the non-linearity happens. So fucking sick of playing my own map. It took me like 6 months to say, like, screw it, I don't care about spoilers, you guys are gonna test it for me, and I just uploaded it as it was. Now, and that made me very worried about how I'm going to test shithaha.wod or whatever it's going to be named, because there's like 33 maps. It's going to be 33 maps. I think it's like I have about 18 maps as of now, and it's going to be a bitch to test them all. I'm going to employ your help, I guess, partially, because you are like, you fit into my target audience of people who don't completely suck, but not aren't too good at Doom to make the WoD too hard for them. So yeah, and also you are spoiled for the story and everything, so it won't matter if I whatever. This has not to do with the Let's Play. So I guess I should address the author again. I hope I didn't get carried away and you weren't like upset with me, but of course, judging by the way that you took the critique in stride and did not break down in the thread and anywhere else, I guess you're good enough to take it, and I'm just being I don't know. I wanted to say that I'm trying to be helpful, but again, that just sound condescending from me. But I don't know. So if the author or anyone, if you have things to say to me, I really don't expect anyone to like discuss some points touched in this LP so far with me, because no one ever does that on YouTube. But still, if you have some wishes for what you want me, how you want me to play this, and what you want me to talk about, and I don't know. I'm going to read them. I don't promise anything, but at least I'm going to read them. All those wishes and requests. Both of them that you're going to send. Comment. Okay. Now every time I mention comments, I have to say that there's going to be 2 people commenting. It's like a tradition. Okay, anyway, this was a comeback of Hippocate on my channel, and if you didn't notice, visit his channel. I'm going to have the links. Well, I have the links all over the place in the featured channel, in my last like post in the feed, and I'm going to have the link to his channel that is making one Let's Play, as far as I know, in the description. So go there if you didn't notice that he's sort of back for a little while. And that's also been my comeback after 6 years of hiatus. I have never said that word out loud before, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, have you seen enough of this room yet, Hippocat?
No, not enough. I want to see more. Show me every single pixel of it.
I don't think I watched it from this side, so yeah, let's enjoy. Whatever. This wow, what is this on the texture?
Looks like a face.
Another terrible secret revealed. Fuck me sideways. Holy shit, there's faces all over the place.
They are watching us.
Oh, yeah, I'm suddenly uncomfortable with me. This always happens. Every time I try to finish an episode of my Let's Play, I spend like half an hour in the last room of whatever game I was playing, talking about stuff. Fine, okay, stop. Okay, fine, stop. Now. Stop now. So, say your goodbyes, Hippocat.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Yes, I appreciate that whole thing again. Both of you who watched my videos. Goodbye.